Hey, everybody. Well, I am Erin Porche, and I want to chat with you about how you can get your inheritance by way of contracts and business deals. And this is the federal government edition. Jessica talked about local contracts, and there's multiple levels where you can access, win, and maintain contracts. So we're going to jump right in. And I love to connect with those that are in my circle, those that are around me. So for everyone in the room, I'd like for you to drop in the chat if you can describe your life and your business in one word. What would that one word be? If you can describe your life and your business in one word, drop it in the chat. What would that one word be? Blessed, smile, pioneer, joyful. Okay, heart. All right, love, 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 trailblazers. Okay, fluid, peace. All right, I am loving it. I am loving it, and I'm grateful and pleased to meet every one of you. Fun, yes, fun. Yes, your presentation was fun, Jessica. A giver. All right, all right. I can identify with so much that has been shared. And again, grateful to meet each and every one of you. My name is Erin Porche, and I am a kingdompreneur. I'm a mother, and I love, love, love people. I'm a servant at heart as well. And I've invested over 17 years in the government sector, worked on all levels of government, from the mayor's office to the governor's office to the office of the secretary and the president. So I've made my way around and been able to build healthy relationships on these different levels. And with that, I've been able to connect buyers to the suppliers. I love all things consulting. After my federal service, I created my company and I started consulting. And this is what we do at Global Works Consulting Group. I'm an advocate for life and business mastery. And I love to travel, dance, and I'll try just about anything once. So that's a little about me. And we are action takers, we're game changers, and we're history makers. And I believe that I'm among some of the very same type of people. So with that, we are here to equip you all and empower you all and show you the ropes so that you can eliminate the guesswork, take action, and launch into this industry with clarity. I believe that it's so important that we have clarity, that we create a strategy, and we do the assessment just like you would do a business plan. And from there, chart out your path to getting the contracts and accessing this money. So a little bit about Global Works Consulting Group, which is my consulting firm. We started back in 2009 and literally started supporting individuals getting a job in the government contract space, resume writing, KSA writing, knowledge, skills, and abilities. They've eliminated that. I believe it's probably one agency that still does KSAs, but it was a big deal, to get that good government job, those benefits, really be able to work in the different environments and on the federal level. So we had a lot of work and was able to successfully help a lot of people penetrate the government space as an employee. And we also did business startup and coaching. And now today, we're private wealth advisors and estate planners, digital transformation advocates, program and project management. And we work with dignitaries and leaders with organizational development, change management globally. So that's a bit about Global Works Consulting Group. And again, you've heard it. We are speaking the same language. We have the same understanding. We're here because we're leaving money on the table. And we are the advocates and the navigators that are here today to share with you that you have access. You have access because you have the capabilities, and most of you in your companies, you already have the capacity. So why aren't we doing business on the government level is the question here on the table. And we want to introduce you to the opportunities. We've already done some housekeeping. So my point here, since we're talking about contracts and business deals, prepare to invest, reinvest, and invest again. Because at the end of the day, when we make the commitment and we invest, you've made the first investment that was showing up to get the information, right? And from there, we are here to support you, hold your hand, and show you the ropes. And most of all, at Global Works Consulting Group, we work to eliminate the guesswork and show you where to go and how to get things done. We believe in removing the blockers. Okay. So with that, feel free to jot down your questions and ask questions as we get to the end of this. A couple fun facts. The government spends over $600 billion. They spent that in 2020, and they are spending more and more as we talk about some things to keep an eye on. You'll see that there is money on all levels of government where we can access. In July of 2020 as well, the government, they broke a record and awarded over $145 billion to small businesses, individuals like me and you, okay? And the other fun fact is the fact that Elon Musk gets government contracts, okay? When you think about SpaceX and all of those ventures, federally funded, and not many people are aware of such. So I'm here to tell you that there is so much opportunity in government contracts, and you can literally fund your vision and take your company to the next level. I wanted to share a little bit about the small business opportunity and help you understand that we fit in this category. We are small business owners, and to be a US citizen, manage and run 51% of your company, you fit the qualification as a minority small business owner. And you must be for profit. That's important. To acquire government contracts, you must be for profit. There are some opportunities for nonprofits to get grants on the state and local level, and they dole those out as a contract. But to get those federal funds, federal contracts, you must be for profit and be committed to running the day-to-day operations of your organization. So who's ready to get their portion of government contracts? All right, all right, all right. Yes. Amazing, amazing. All right. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, getting some understanding of the facts, let's jump right in. So a couple discussion points. I'm going to zip through the mindset and jump right into a cool exercise that I believe will help you to eliminate the guesswork, right? So with that, we are all aware that our mindset, the state of our mind is what fuels us, it's what drives us, and it's our reason for waking up every single day and showing up and determining and deciding what we do next, right? So understanding some of those limitations, those blockers, those barriers with our mindset, we believe in putting that information in front of individuals and having that conversation so that if there was something going on subconsciously that you weren't aware of, you have that aha moment, and then you are able to remove that blocker. So that's why we are highly, highly focused on understanding mindset blockers in life and business. So take a screenshot, you can check that out. But I also encourage individuals to spend time visualizing yourself as a contractor, right? Spend time, if your goal is to be a millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire, whatever that goal is, right? A thousandaire, whatever that is, spend time visualizing yourself in that position, okay? Because you can achieve it. And rolling right into it, I think it's important that we understand what the government buys. And they literally buy everything. The government, like Jessica said, they have these acronyms, and NAICS codes is one of those terms that is used to identify how the government categorizes what they buy. So as you can see, they have everything from agriculture to mining to public administration, food, services, entertainment. They purchase books from authors, then they'll bring you in to speak, then they'll bring you in to coach, right? Finance and insurance, transportation, warehouses. The government buys everything, okay? Everything that we offer, everything that we provide, they need it. When you think about all these government agencies that exist, they touch our communities. So everything in between, they need us to come in and to provide our services and solutions because we are those subject matter experts. So here the list continues. You think about landscape designing, interior design, after school care programs, tutoring, SAT prep, graphic design, marketing, bulk mailing. The list continues. The list continues. Now, I know a lot of people like data, a lot of people like numbers. I'm here to provide those too. All right. So here are the top 10 GSA multiple award schedule programs, services that are purchased, right? Clothing and textile. Okay. 289 million. Travel and lodging service. You have a travel agency. You believe that you are in a position to help the government with their travel and their lodging. 550 million. Security and protection. Security and protection industry is growing at rapid pace. Okay. Lots and lots of opportunity there. Okay. Human capital, 1.2 billion. Again, the list goes on. We want you to connect and see the opportunity here. All right. Services that GSA buys. It continues. If you're in the real estate industry, if you're in housing, the government buys your services. Fleet and automotive, closing services, title services, relocation services. It's all there. Now, when we talk about who in the government are purchasing these services, procuring these services, here's the top 10 agencies that spend the most money with small businesses. All right. We have Department of Agriculture, Department of Interior, Department of Justice, Veteran Affairs, Department of Energy. And everyone should know by now, Department of Health and Human Services, right? Thanks, COVID. Yes, we all know who Health and Human Services is. They're buying services. So many people literally multiplied, tripled their profits due to COVID. Health and Human Services, they needed all hands on deck, from supplies, products, services, and the work continues. We have a mental health crisis. We have housing crises. There are services that people need, that the government needs people like me and you to provide, because we've done the work, we've studied, we have perfected our skills, and we are the experts that can provide the services and the solutions that touches our communities. So that being said, you want to go to these websites of these agencies, surf their home pages, learn about their missions, and understand what about their mission aligns with the services and the solutions that you already offer. That's where you get started in government contracting. Those things that you do well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Those things that you do well, that's where you get started. So if you could write your own ticket, name a federal government agency that you would like to sell your services to. Drop it in the comments. We just flashed about 10 on the screen, and there are so many others that weren't there. But if you could write your own ticket, which agency would you align yourself with and see where you can procure a contract and offer your solutions there? Okay, DOD, Health and Human Services, great agency to work with. Veteran Affairs, Homeland Security. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Thank you all. All right. So again, we want to ensure that you all get this information, and not only get the information, but are positioned to take action. So we want to help you assess your level of readiness to go to market and get into government contracting. Okay. So we're going to do a quick 2-3 minute exercise where you assess your level of readiness. And with this, you'll literally walk away with an action plan, and you'll know what actions you need to take to position yourself to get closer to the level of readiness and going to market and selling your services to the government. So I'm going to ask that you take out a pen and paper really quickly, if you don't already have it. And we're going to jump right into this break it up challenge. For each item where you answer no, you earn $5. All right. So it's a break it up challenge. And it's going to be a series of questions. On your paper, you're going to write 1 through 10. And if you answer no, you earn $5. That's the key here. No, you earn money. All right. So some of you will break it up and then some of you will not. All right. Let's see how it goes. So in this break it up challenge, the first question is, can you name one primary service that you've yielded successful results for your clients? If your answer is yes, put yes. If your answer is no, put no. All right. Do you own one professional email address? That's important. Okay. Some may not think so, but I tell you, I'm here to say, invest and get a professional email address if you don't have one. If you don't have one, write no on your sheet. It's okay. We can go to GoDaddy or Google and obtain a professional email address. So number 2, do you have one professional email address? Yes or no? Number 3, do you have a business bank account? These are foundational things that we as business owners want to ensure that we have in place. Do you have a business bank account? Yes or no? Number 4, do you have an accounting system? Number 5, do you have a LinkedIn account or a landing page? LinkedIn, I'd prefer. Both, I recommend, but one or the other, give or take. Give or take, it's sufficient. LinkedIn account or landing page? Yes or no? How are we doing? All right. I'm powering through this for the sake of time. So forgive me. We'll have another page where we show all the questions. Number 6, do you have a DUNS number? DUNS number, it's still relevant. It's still valid. They're still needed. It's not extinct. We still want to have a DUNS number. We want to build business credit. And some of the systems still require a DUNS number. Do you have a cage code? If you are already registered in the SAM system, then you will have a cage code. And that's the system for awards management, federal government contracting. Number 8, can you name your top 3 federal agencies that you want to sell your services to? Number 9, do you have a capability statement? Capability statement, in plain terms, it is like your business resume. It is the document that goes before you on behalf of your company and your marketing tool that speaks to the services and the solutions that you offer. And number 10, do you have a trusted advisor or a coach? All right. So how are y'all doing on the Break It Up challenge? Let's look at these questions one more time really quickly so that we can do a quick tally. Again, number 1, you want to answer yes or no. 2, 3, 4, 5, cage code. Continue, answering these questions. Make sure that you have done a tally. For every question where you answer no, you earn $5. So I want to know, what's the totals? How much have you all raked up? How much money did you all earn today in the Rake It Up challenge? Oh, wow. Oh, my. $20, $15. Colleen is broke. She got all her business in order, y'all. That was my Southern girl tone right there. She's broke $0. Go ahead, Carlene. I love it. $30. All right, $30, $15. All right, so we have some work to do. All right, that's all this tells us. We have some work to do. And what we all know is work is required. Work is required. So we're here to help you get to work. We're here to help you scratch those items off of your action plan that you now have and understand at what level do you get started, at what level, what layer do you enter, What entry point do you enter the government? What pathway do you take? And most of all, I want you all to understand that government contracting is the long game. It is the long game, and it is not overnight success. It is an investment of your time. It is an investment of getting crystal clear on your services and your solutions, packaging those services and solutions, and then making the offer to sell them to the government. All right. The government wants to do business with us. And it does come with a level of excellence, a level of expectation to be able to perform. I used to be a contracting officer in the federal government. And once I retired myself from the federal government, I became a contractor to the government. So I understand both sides of the house. All right. So I can speak from both sides of the house. And that's why I take the approach that I do, and I share the information and the level of detail that I do. Because being on the inside, managing contracts, looking at RFPs, et cetera, and so on, and then becoming a contractor as a small business owner, two totally different worlds. But I was able to take my experience and help and support other small businesses to understand the windows of opportunity and carve their path and their roadmap into government contracts. So I want to leave you all with a couple key tips and a winner's playbook for government contracting. Number one, find the synergy, right? Again, I said it earlier, leverage what it is that you have done well in your business, turn positive results and profitable results. Before you get started, that's what you want to package and offer to the government. Those are your expertise. Those things you already have systems in place and you have the capacity to say, yes, Veteran Affairs, we can come in and offer this service or this solution. Okay. Find the synergy. Go on their websites and see what connects. Diversify and grow. You can start as a subcontractor. You can start on the local level. You can start on a state level. You can start as a subcontractor on the federal level. There are many entry points and many pathways that we can take. When you posture yourself to start seeking out these opportunities with government contracting, things will align and you'll identify which entry point works best for the industry that you're in. There's so many variations when it comes to the industries in getting into the government contract space. But once you get started, it's a matter of making those adjustments, building the team, and establishing your operations, right? How you carry out the business, how you onboard a government client is totally different from how you onboard a B2B client or B2B, a corporate client. It's totally different. Most cases, you may have to travel. How do you plan for that? Have you done that before in your company? We understand all of those steps and the entire acquisition cycle and are here to hold your hand and show you how to do business with the federal government and not only access those contracts, win those contracts, but to maintain those contracts and ensure that your company is sustainable in the market. I've seen so many win the opportunity through relationships or whatever the case may be, and it wasn't sustainable because they didn't have the systems in place. And they also underestimated the capacity that was required to perform. So these are important things that we want to consider and ensure that as we embark upon this new journey to get into government contracts, wherever you choose to start, state, local, subcontractor, federal, that you seek out support from experts that can advise you along the way and help eliminate the guesswork. The last three, people are everything. I believe that people are our greatest assets. You know, AI and technology continues to grow. But guess what? We originated it. We created it. So we are irreplaceable. I mean that. I believe that. And truly, we are valuable and we are needed. So, with that, people are everything. It matters the people that we surround ourselves with and those that we have on our teams. And it's so important to empower your people to be leaders and make decisions on what they can deliver. I believe that is so important. So people are everything. And don't make a bet that you can't afford to lose. Again, we've seen people get into this industry and bottom up, you know, and lose out because they just weren't prepared. So it's important to, while getting the information, get an understanding, ask questions, ask for help. And if you elect to start as a subcontractor, that is a prime place for you to literally be under someone's wing who holds all of the responsibility and accountability to the government, and you can learn under their leadership. So again, consider the options here and to play the long game. Government contract is the long game. You know, small wins can really, really fulfill and fund the vision. And there's the state level, the regional level, education, the universities, they're buying our services. The opportunity is there. All right. So we want you all to seize the opportunity and do the research and explore where to get started in government contracting. Again, the opportunities are limitless. So I encourage you to tap in, show up. There's relationships that you may not already, that you may not even realize that you can leverage, that you already have in the government contract space in your own backyard on a local level or a state level. We can show you how to leverage those. And most of all, the government is really good about putting a lot of information out there. So Jessica was spot on when she said research in her R's. You know, the government puts a lot of information out there. They put strategic plans out there, they put their forecast out there, the budgets are out there. And in the just those three alone, it gives us insight and information on the windows of opportunity that connect with what we're already doing. And you can align yourself with those opportunities. I'm going to blitz through this. There are some free local resources that you all can tap into in your own backyard. There's the Women's Business Center, Small Business Development Center. Screenshot this so you can Google and find out the address to the locations in your state. The Chamber of Commerce, they're really great. The Urban League, Small Business Caucuses and Coalitions, you know, the PTECs, check them out. There are services and solutions that they provide. There's free training, and they also offer quite a bit of events that puts you into the environment where they're having the conversations about contracts, right? Where they're having the conversations about who manages the contract, who won the contract, who's the primary contractor, who's a subcontractor. You want to get in the environment and be around the individuals that are in the industry so that you can build those relationships and foster those relationships and be in a position to win. And finally, there's some things we want to keep an eye on. The small business contracting goal is increasing. There's the Infrastructure Investment Act. There's the American CARES Act, the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. More to come on that. Keep watching, stand by. It does matter. And then there's the American Rescue Plan. And there's so many other things to keep an eye on, but these are some opportunities on a federal level, a state level, and a local level. The money comes down. It trickles down from the federal government. They disperse it to the states, and the states disperse it to the local city managers and things of that nature. And there's where the opportunities for contracts lie for you. All right. So just want to let you all know that, again, as I mentioned earlier, here to help you all navigate this space as a trusted advisor, help you all connect with the networks and the relationships, the people that are in this space, and ultimately to help you all win. So I encourage you all to get connected. You can take action by visiting my website, erinporche.com. And here is my QR code where you all can get the links to my site. And of course, I am on LinkedIn. And we also have a boot camp coming up where you can learn more information about that at erinporche.com. So thank you all again for having me. Let's get over to question and answer.
Hey, thanks. Great information. Where this goes for me is where do I find somebody to mentor me and find out what skills I can bring to the table and form this business and say, hey, I've got this for the government contract, having outsourced with them before. And you need to bring your A game. So where does that start for me?
Yes, so I would recommend starting at your local PTech, your local small business development center that are typically embedded in the universities or your local economic development center. There's also SCORE. Agencies like that, they are paid government consultants to provide these services free of charge to small businesses that want to get into the industry. So I would start there. And of course, on LinkedIn, or you can, connect with one of us.
Erin Porche, that was awesome and off of the mountaintop. I had someone who was riding with me and they said, how do they get broke like Colleen? And would they do that with you? Because I already dropped her off, was the young lady who asked the question first. Do they start with SCORE, or she knew she had $35 and she wants to get to zero? Can she go to erinporche.com to help her with the rest of the checklist? Thank you.
Most certainly, yes. What you all experience with the Rake It Up Challenge is a small version of our workshop that we offer, Roadmap to Government Contracts. And we actually take a deeper dive where we basically map out an action plan. In day 2 of the workshop, we actually do an execution session. So we walk you through everything on that list, show you how to do it, where to go to get it done, and eliminate that guesswork, and we coach you through the process.